On September 15, 2023, around 13,000 UAW workers walked off the job at plants in Missouri, Michigan, and Ohio following their respective contract expirations. This strike marked a historic moment for the UAW, as it simultaneously targeted all three major Detroit automakers, GM, Ford, and Stellantis. Together, these three companies corner over 40% of the U.S. auto market. The UAW later expanded the strike, targeting a total of 38 GM and Stellantis facilities that distribute auto parts to dealerships. Notably, Ford was excluded from this expansion because, as UAW President Shawn Fain explained, Ford is showing they're serious about reaching a deal. The UAW's list of demands encompasses higher wages, shorter work weeks, more time off to be with families, restoration of defined benefit pensions, reestablishment of retiree medical benefit plans, abolishing the tier system, and enhanced job security. Notably, the UAW has highlighted the disparity between rising CEO salaries, profits of these companies, and the comparatively stagnant wages of auto workers. The UAW is also deploying a strategy to incrementally ramp up pressure by rolling out the strike to more plants and with different sector focuses over time. First, the UAW targeted the vehicle assembly plants. This did not have an immediate impact on consumers, as car companies have currently strong inventories. Next, the UAW expanded the strikes to the facilities that distribute auto parts to the dealerships. By doing so, the UAW intends to disrupt car repairs, which could impact consumers and bring even more public attention to the strike. As of September 28, 2023, the UAW strikes are still ongoing. The UAW has amassed a more than an $800 million strike fund, meaning their strike efforts could extend well into 2024 without exhausting the $500 per week benefit available to union members. Yet, the UAW strike is not occurring in isolation. It's part of a larger trend spanning various industries, such as Hollywood writers, nurses, factory workers, and even finance institutions such as Wells Fargo. Strikes have witnessed a 50% increase in 2022, and union activity continues to rise throughout 2023. The common thing amongst these strikes is that these unions are bargaining hard for wage increases, likely after seeing record years of corporate profits and inflation. The UAW, for example, is seeking a 36% raise over the terms they negotiated in 2019. Further, some of these strikes have been lengthy, with the Hollywood writer strike just recently ending after 146 days. Although the full terms of the agreement are not yet publicly known, the WGA called the deal exceptional, with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership. One large issue, the use of AI, was resolved with Hollywood studios agreeing that the studios cannot use AI to write or rewrite scripts, and AI-generated writing cannot be considered source material. However, writers themselves may use AI tools in their writing process. The UAW strike is also coming on the heels of new leadership at the international level, whose campaign focused on a return to more aggressive attitudes towards employers and negotiations over new contracts. Following an intra-organization scandal, a 2021 consent decree for the UAW led to an election voting method change from using delegates to a direct voting system, which resulted in current President Shawn Fain's presidency. The newly elected president promised a return to strength, speaking openly of plans to take a more confrontational stance with companies, stating, "We're all fed up with corporate greed, and together, we're going to fight like hell to change it." This surge in union activity coincides with a period where public approval of labor unions in America has reached its highest level in decades, standing at 67%, despite union membership remaining relatively unchanged, with, according to the Department of Labor, around 7.2 million represented employees in the private sector. Gallup specifically polled respondents about the UAW strike, with a significant 75% of respondents expressing support for the union. This increase in union support could be due to declining unemployment rates and a lack of a skilled workforce, combined with soaring company profits, a renewed respect for essential workers, and rekindled political will in the White House for labor unions. President Biden even joined the UAW's picket line of September 26, which is the first time a sitting president has ever taken this action. Amidst this increase in union activity, on June 1, 2023, the Supreme Court, in an 8-1 decision in Glacier Northwest, held employers can sue unions for damages relating to even lawful strikes if the strikes involved unreasonable and harmful behavior. In this case, the union employees waited until the concrete had been mixed in the employer's trucks to walk off the job, not only destroying the concrete, but also the employer's trucks. The Supreme Court ruled that although the employees were originally engaging in a strike for a lawful purpose, the employees' destructive actions placed the strike outside of the protections of the National Labor Relations Act, and accordingly, the employer had the right to pursue legal action. Given the recent uptake in concerted activity by labor unions, this decision could provide a way for employers to push back against actions that go too far, or at least present unions with some risk to be mindful of when planning a strike. In the current legal and social landscape of labor relations, employers are well advised to seek legal counsel to address their labor-related concerns early and often. Even during challenging negotiations, it is essential for employers to incorporate effective labor strategies and comprehensive strike planning into their toolkit. If you have any questions regarding union strikes or other labor matters, please don't hesitate to reach out to a member of our labor and employment team.